Let's see. Sorry, everything's a bit on short notice. Am I even on the right? Am I even... Is this the right stream? Should be. But it doesn't say Scrim Zone is live. Or does it? Oh, there we go. On my phone. So, like, chat's gonna be delayed for me by, like, I don't know, like, maybe 20 or 30 seconds, but that's not why we're here. So, I'm just gonna give people time to show up. In the meanwhile... Hello everyone, welcome to the 10th game? It would be Spectres' 10th game. Or 11th? No, 10th. Yeah, 10. I think so. I don't know. Spectres member. I am biased, obviously. But, welcome to the second half of Season 6. We're back today with Spectres versus Rift Sharks. I am immediately distracted by Olaf saying he'll be playing Briar support. He probably isn't, but Briar support is, you know... Alright. Oh, hi Arnie. Glad to see you haven't been too disarmed. Though, well. Yeah, I hate that champion mechanic. Disarm is fucking bullshit. Anyways, I am currently waiting for the draft to start. I think it should soon. I'm actually grabbing the draft link. I would usually get into, like, the points of the match, you know, tell a nice narrative about how this team, that team, the other team, all team, you know, all that stuff. I actually gotta go into here. This is old news. This is fake. Why are draft assets like this? Oh, they are starting. Why are my draft assets like this? Yep. There we go. And now I just need to go in and swap those out. You'll notice a couple of funny things changing throughout the stream. It's definitely not Nerd Nutbusters, but Avery and not Avery. Why the fuck did I say Avery? I mean, usually it's Avery. You can see that Caesarius is getting target banned with the Lilia. And then Brewer is getting Syndra taken away from him. We're still banning Echo, and this deep into the Scrims experience, I'm not gonna lie, that's kinda sus to me. But you know, it is what it is. I can actually just fix this issue by going download and going into draft border. Okay. There we go. Issue fix. Easy. Arnie is cheering for Spectres. This is not unexpected. Alright, so Sarver's Mythic going with Zeri Nautilus. Unless Caesarius is taking a page out of Hidori's book and going Nautilus Jungle. Zeri Nautilus is a nice solid bot lane that can stand up to Jinx Braum. You know, the Braum kind of stops the Nautilus engage, but as Zeri you're looking to scale, and Jinx also scales, so I'm not expecting to see too many fireworks bot lane. I'm more expecting to see Mythic roaming this game, and Eriko attempting to respond in kind. We see Maokai picked up, and that can either go to Avery or Caesarius. We also see Orianna picked on the other side, so Rift Sharks definitely doing their homework in the Worlds front. They've seen Orianna picked by pretty much every team. You know, it is what it is. Avery gets Yasuo taken away from because Avery is one with the wind. Michael gets Kale taken away from him in kind because Avery is tired of getting his champions taken away from him all the time. There you go. Briar gets taken away. We do not get to see the feat today and the instant response of the Fiora takeaway. So they really don't like Avery. I don't blame him. Avery's kind of goated. Wanting to protect Michael in this draft. We'll see if it pays off or not for them. Plasma Tesla Bolt. Linking. Groot fan club sign up. I can't be this biased on Cass. Also, if one of you wants to like hop on and help me, that would be fantastic. But if not, that's also true. That also works, you know. Let's see here. Jace is picked up by Gruer. I'm expecting to see the Jace mid and the Maokai jungle at this point. They definitely want to save counter pick for Avery. Expecting to see a very strong top matchup there. The Zac pick response into the Maokai. Actually, I don't know if I like Zac because he can just get cancelled by Maokai Bramble Smash and Nautilus Hook. Actually, the entirety of Nautilus's champion kit. And Zeri has a pretty good way to get away from the Zac. Jace has the hammer. You do have the ball carrier, but I hardly think the ball carrier is a candidate when the ball can't get into the enemy team. You're looking to pick Zeri in his comp though, so Ornn augmenting the dive of Zac with the Call of the Forge God is going to be quite the asset for him. Dean probably isn't even looking at this. Avery whips out the Darius into the Ornn. He's showing that he's not afraid to do this every single goddamn time of his life. And I'm expecting to get added to a match right now, but we'll see how this works out. I do favor the Spectres draft a lot here. I think Rift Shark's draft is a lot easier to pilot. I also just think that Spectres draft has a lot more adaptability within the game. Volatility is not a huge issue for them. I can probably close this stuff. Yeah. We get into game. We get into game. No, we're not getting into the game. Rift Shark scary late draft. I mean, yeah, with Orianna one shot, Zac becoming like insurmountably tanky. Ornn with the Ornn mythics. Jinx being a hyper carry. But I mean, on the other side, Jace poke late game's disgusting. Maokai's gonna be super thick. Darius can eat through the two tanks, and Zeri's there to clean up with a Nautilus Peel, so.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
Which interface is this? Camera?
Minions have spawned.
I think that was all right. No. Oh, it's still like part of this. This is changing volume work for some reason. I want to change this. Alright. There we go. Let's see if it works out. Why do I have double audio? There we go. I should only have single audio now. Just gonna let that go for a bit. Oh, that's how Dean sets it up. Clever. Alright, I'm gonna see. Alright, it's working now. Friggin' perfect. Right, nothing is happening. We can ignore bot lane. Bot lane doesn't exist. Because all we're going to see is farming from Jinx and Zeri. Neither of these supports wants to even consider an engage, and if an engage happens, nothing will come of it. I think mid lane is gonna get a more interesting lane to look at here. I just gotta click on the Orianna. I think. Excuse me, game. Thank you. I think the Orianna has a huge opportunity in this lane to get ahead against the Jace, but oh, Gru's gonna find some good poke here. Gru's gonna find a trade. He's gonna smack that robotic booty a little bit, but yeah, this is the problem with the Orianna into Jace matchup. You will lose early. Not much of a problem. You don't exactly play Jace for the early game, after all. Also, Stanley, let me know if you hear me twice and if I need to like change the stream to make it less choppy or something. It's looking fine on my end so far, but I can never be too sure. Especially with Dean's settings. We're gonna also see in the early levels, top lane. No, wrong champion. Top lane is going to not exist. Because, allow me to show you a demonstration. Alright, full trade comes from Darius. Ornn walks away. We will see who pick enjoy. Okay, we're gonna see who pick enjoyer. Video is very laggy out, it's good. Come up, put down a couple of saplings, nothing happens. In the mid lane, here he goes in on Gruer, lands the E, lands the Q. Gruer has the flash to get out. Almost kills the Orianna on the way back. In bot lane, we're gonna see someone get stunned. So, flash out from Gruer in exchange for a... What's the word? In exchange for what's the word? Flash? Yeah. Do you guys think it's flash? Yeah. But it doesn't feel like it, you know? You get a Jace's flash, and it's like, you know, oh, I saw the ping there. Who pick enjoys going to flash in on the Orianna. Gruer's going to go in and get the double melee from the ulti, and that's first one going over to Gruer. That is massive in this matchup. I bet if Gruer was regretting not picking up first strike now. That is his problem. Alright. Nice first blood going over to the Gruer. My only complaint is no first strike, but that's not because first strike would have been good here. It's because first strike is spicy. If video's still choppy, fuck. Ah, no. I thought I figured out the problem. Actually, wait. Might just be this one. Oh, wait. We will get the true scuffed League of Legends experience. Ah! Y'all wanted to watch a league like your Tyler one. Here you go. All performance, no quality. Rift Sharks picks up the dragon. And Avery is, for some reason, like, next to the pit of Rift Herald. So, I'd say if you're Rift Sharks, a little bit of a slip up around mid, but overall, you know, it's fine. Everything's fine. Rift Sharks currently You know, they're surviving, and that's what you want. Only a 600 gold difference between them and Spectres, so you're only down a component. Bot lane's down 10, but your jungle's ahead, so you'll take it. You know, Rift Shark's surviving, flourishing, possibly. Who knows? Guru is going to miss the shockwave, but Pick Enjoyer's here again. Guru's getting camped. Ah! What's Caesarius? Instant kill into the mid laner. And the Orianna gets the kill. Caesarius, that's not your proudest moment, and I know it. As unfortunate as that is, though, I mean, you have to try something, but now gold's completely evened up. And it's definitely not the worst way to die. You can still go back, clear your jungle camps and all that, but it's also not the worst, you know. What in the world? That was a flash in the League of Legends, but it gets the job done. Mythic helps Guru pick up another one in the mid lane, and if they're going for the Guru carry angle, this was one of the games of all time to do it on. He's going to need to find every good shockwave on the planet of Earth. Alright, I can go into my settings again. No, nothing will happen for the next little bit. Surely I will be able to, streaming, bitrate, rate control. We can go down to like 2000 ABS, see if that does anything. And if I'm not gonna go lower than 1500 ABS. My computer is humming, by the way. Like, during this whole stream. My computer is just humming, so if you're wondering where this is being streamed from, this is being streamed from the oldest computer known to man. It is so old, it doesn't have Uno, as we're going to see they'll come down here in the Hiduri games. But, you know, it's a Darius with Ghost and Flash, so I think Darius will be completely fine here. And in fact, he gets the ult trade off, just to make sure that the health is equal. Video smoother? Yeah, I'm fixing it as I go. Though, the bitrate is kind of dying, but I might experiment with 1500. So overall, Avery survives a gank, and he gets a Iron Spike Whip. Man is eating so good that he might as well be at Denny's. Kill. Oh, another flash comes out. Oh, that's just Drew picking up a kill. I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing analytical about that. You know, arguably, Orianna should not be pushed up that far in lane, but you also are pretty close to your tower as is anyways, so... Yeah, not much else to say there. Nice, free, clean kill goes over to Gur. And he is going to have to carry this game, because he's going to have to make it for Caesarius' mistake. Smile. Caesarius even brought first strike. Alright. So... Y'all ever drink water? You know, I'd recommend it. I personally enjoy a nice cold cup of water. And when I can't get water, you know, I literally work at a bubble tea store, so I can just go over there and pick some up. That suffices. Sarvis is just going to predict the gank from a million years away and jet set radio right the heck out of there. My video is over. My encoder is overloaded again. It is time to do the experiment. 1500 KBS. Alright, Rift Herald is put bot lane. They're going to leverage the pressure and just use it to get a free dragon. I absolutely agree with this. It honestly might even get a crash. Jungler has to come in. They're gonna set up for the ball combo, but Hidiri does not predict that they pulled out the dragon already. Zerius gets the secure with the smite. Because Hidiri didn't have it, and he goes down. Also, Orianna ulti was used, but that'll come back in a jiffy again, so hey. Alright, Zarvis gets to eat the kill. Or once the ADC actually gets the kill. For Spectres, I can believe me, I know. Does not happen too often. Let me know if the video's improved at all. I think this is as low as I'm willing to get the bits. Like any lower than this and you'll start to see pixels, you know? Actually wait, I can go down to 1,250. Yeah. Summers gets hit by a Q. Ghost is popped by Jinx, but you're not killing the Zeri here. This is a fake engage. It's not real. And I will take this opportunity because this is going to be one of these slower Spectres. Never mind, Ivory is going to land the full combo into Ornn leaves combo. And bot lane gets a free push in, you know, tower plates are nice and all, but the damage has already been done bot lane. Storm Razor is purchased for Zeri, which I will say. Yeah, I get to be excited, I get to talk about item theory. Storm Razor has been good for what, like almost 6 patches now, and no one has batted an eyelash at that item. I think is very good. I just also think I don't play champions that would build Storm Razor. But I think item is very good. Build it on Zeri, build it on Jhin, build it on anything that values move speed that is not Ashe or Vayne. Those are my closing statements. Unless you're doing their Storm Razor Essence Reaver Vayne build, then you're just having fun. Alright, Videos Mover, that looks good. I'm going to do one last thing because I know it's Encoder that was doing it. But I am lightning. Oh boy. Sarvis pops the ulti, and Eriko decides to demonstrate why I think that bot lane is Resident Sleeper. Because they pop ults and nothing happened. Because you're playing Warden and Protector class supports into Warden and Protector class support. So nothing's gonna happen even if you get an engage off. Like, arguably nothing happens even if you hit the enemy ADC. Oh, they're going for a dive. Here he goes for a dive top side and picks on a lot more than he can chew on. But he might actually get out of here. Yeah, especially, oh, nope, never mind. Bramble Smash. And if I'm correct, yep, Eriko goes down. Probably just do a tower dive. We'll rewind. We'll rewind here and we'll see what actually happened. Just to see. So Eriko is under turret, and he decides that turret for my life is going to be the play. I personally would not be under that turret, but Ceaselessly it is what it is, you know? And we're just gonna get right back to where we were before, right around here. And we're gonna see Sarvers find another gank onto the topside Ornn, but unfortunately he is topside Ornn, so he takes a while to go down. But here he comes in to try to save his top laner, but eventually, you know, you chop at the tree enough and the tree will fall, so there's a kill going over to Avery now. This is kind of falling apart at the seams for Rift Shards. I still think, you know, it's salvageable. This is definitely a game in the League of Legends, and Avery did just eat 4 tower shots. I feel like, no matter how ahead you are, you shouldn't be eating 4 of them, you know? We're going to see actually good engaged by Mythic onto the enemy ADC that, predictably, as always, surmount as much as a penny farthing. But yeah, nope, a good gank from Orianna will kill the Nautilus, but the Jet Set Radio will just kite 2 members of Rift Sharks while Brewer and Caesarius show up and provide the support he needs to survive. So, gives him the damage, gives him the front line, the members, and he'll be fine. He'll just be fine. At this point, I'm kind of just falling apart. There's scenes rambling, disappearing, dying, pooping, pissing. You know, rapid unscheduled disassembly. This game is I'd say for Rift Sharks, you definitely go back to the drawing board. You know, you definitely reevaluate what you think is correct and what you need to change in this draft. Not much else to say here. I'd say. So we're going to see Rift Sharks start up the Rift Herald, and they're probably going to get it, hence start why they go for Rift Sharks, because they go for Rift Herald. I'm sure this is a very lesser known fact about this team, the fact that they do tend to actually obtain Rift Herald. But who Pick and Joy is going to show up with a 3-man Maokai ulti. Alright, that gets things started. Spectres is going to pop the ulti and get some AoE done. A lot of damage is being put down by Gruer though, and Avery tries to go Omega, but he can't really. Jinx gets a couple of kills in. Cerberus gets blasted by the Jinx. So, at the end of that, 3 for 3. I don't know what to think. I think that was actually a really well played fight by Rift Sharks, but they get the Rift Herald, most importantly, so heist successful. They also kill 3 members of Spectres, but the fight has also demonstrated a problem with the Rift Sharks draft, which is how are you going to get on the Zeri? You know, all you have is the Jinx, but Zeri will win the 1-1 into a Jinx unless Jinx like kills 4 of the enemy members, and they're just so tanky. Well, there's the on both sides we see like the same draft in essence, and the magic, the spice, the little cherry farting on top is like Jace on one side and Orianna on the other. But other than that, these drafts are very similar. They'll play out the same way. The front to backs are going to go to whichever team just plays better during the play. That being said, Spectre is definitely chasing a little far, considering they haven't even taken top 2-1. Gruer's going to find and engage onto the Orianna again, and I think the Ori might be dead. The Rift Sharks are going to find a good pick. Also, a incredible Q from Fury onto the enemy ADC, and that's going to be 2 kills traded for 1. Rift Sharks is trading up, definitely. Yeah, Avery, get out of there. Mr. President, you have to leave. Mr. President, Avery, please. Avery? Avery, stop greeting? Avery, you're being greedy? Oh. Okay, Avery's greed has been spotted. We'll see if he's dead or not. He's pinging go here, so mind controlling the rest of Spectres to go top lane here. And he's going to get the E onto Bjorn. Apprehend is going to get a lot done here with Darius combo. Get another cleave onto the Orange. Orange falling down low, but they have the Rift Herald here. Just gotta charge it straight into towers. And I think that might be the end of everything that's happened here. Spectre stops the push, but they still get charged at. Gruer's looking for something with Azarius here. Shockwave lands, the W goes in. Bramble Smash is going to put the Orianna into feed mode. And Cerberus is going to right-click the Ornn once and execute them. I think that is the worst mechanic in League of Legends. Not because it's actually bad, but because I die to it too often. Gruer is going to snipe the Jinx, and you're going to see that Zac is going to live just a little bit longer, but with the combined front line and damage of Spectres through the Zeri and the Nautilus, bot lane is going to beat jungle, even under turret, and Spectres picks its clean ace. T2 top tower and T2 mid tower. I don't know, that one of the fights of all time, in my opinion. Ooh. After all that talking, the water definitely makes things better. So we get to talk about itemization here. Brewer, 3 items compared to Orianna, 1.5 items. Orianna has died 7 times in this game, which just really tells you the state of this, the state of Brewer. Then I can say right now, the state of Brewer is pretty good. I think Brewer will continue to have a 700 gold bounty this game. The Forge God comes down and gets completely denied by the Darius and Maokai combo. Brewer picks up just Dorian in the backside, completely unawares. Ornn can't get away. Hidori is going to get, you know, yeah, straight into the Spectres bouncy castle. And Jinx dies a red collar death off to the side, like the NPC that she is, because there's no front line, there is no team, and it doesn't matter how fed you are as a Jinx if the enemy can just run at you and press their funny little CC buttons. Spectres, I think to quote Wolf Schrödinger from the LCK podcast, the LCK stream, it's over. Brewer even eats a couple of tower shots, he doesn't care. There is a way back into this game, being a little bit hyperbolic, but it's over. Like, it does feel that way, but if you're Rift Sharks, your Jinx is still in a good spot. You still have a fair amount of damage on your carries. You know, your carry actually carries. The Orianna's a little too far behind at this point. We do see that Ornn finally picks up the Primordial Dawn, Ornn Forge item of the Radiant Virtue. So they're going to start getting Ornn items in a bit, and we'll see if that is enough to change the course outcome of the game. But you are going to have to punch into a 12k gold lead. So best of luck to Rift Sharks. I am, again, biased. I am a Spectres player myself. But we'll just have to see, in the immortalized words of Donald J. Trump. I want to see how much gold has Cerberus made. The Blast Cone is used in an attempt to get an engage going, but the ultimate disengage button comes down, and I think actually Mythic will be traded for, yeah, their top side falling apart. I didn't even see what happened there, but I can probably guess they just pressed the forward button and ran at them. Also, this entire time, Brewer is just spotlighting, pushing waves in. So Spectres winning it all across the map, and all they have to do is trade their support. Which is quite unfortunate for the Ornn, who is first getting 1v1 by the Maokai, and is now just getting absolutely destroyed. Also, Ornn dies a white collar death, this time on screen. But there's not much to say about getting Babonka. Alright, Spectres is going to take the red portal and do a red portal retreat. Cerberus is going to decide to pick on a little more than I think he can chew on, but he'll just jets the radio over the wall and he'll be completely fine. Brewer provides covering fire, and Spectres is going straight to Baron. At this point, as Rift Sharks, all you can really do is set up vision, catch waves, and farm. And as for Spectres, honestly, I think you're in their comfort zone, so they'll be fine, surely, right? Yeah, surely. Definitely. Most certainly. I have no doubts about this whatsoever. He's incoming. He is now going to leave. He wants to go back to the jungle where all the slime spawn. Man, these are like equally the most powerful and least powerful things on planet Earth. We're going to see Just Bounce do what Just Bounce does. But, You know, I'm seeing the angle, but the angle isn't for... It isn't for Rift Sharks, you know? It's like... Have you ever done, like, Pythagorean theory? Like, the Oh, no, we're going to see, instead of the theory and engage coming in from the Maokai, just the zone off the turret. Jinx is going to get caught by the Maokai, and I don't see how he's surviving that, honestly. Hidiri gets a 3-man Maokai, 3-man ulti going on the top side, but without your ADC, any heroics will be for naught. I'm sorry, but heroics is not in this game, so he's not here to carry out his heroics. That's a full ace for Rift Sharks from Zeri just pressing R button and funny Q button. Is Sardis going to get punished for his sins? No. Game 1 goes over to Spectres, and that's a game that you might want to VOD review the first 15 minutes of if you're Rift Sharks. I'll just say that. Why is my encoder having an issue? Video settings or using a faster encoder preset. The fuck? What? Hello? Alright. Game 1! Over to Spectres. I've also now just realized, in game it has been saying Rift Sharks versus New York Nutbusters this entire time. Where is it? Chef board, game border. Okay. What? Okay. Game border. Open file. Okay. Going to remove this. We're going to browse. We're going to open. Okay. Apparently my in-game assets are just broken. Why the... Dean, I swear in my life here, okay? I don't know how this... do I need to go into the roster? Oh, I'm going to the roster tool myself. Switch sides. Enter. Save rosters. Asset creator. I'll look at the draft in a bit. Series score 1. Create assets. Everything you're hearing is not just the ravings of some madman. It is the ravings of a madman that's trying to balance like 15 things at once. Well, I'll get the draft in a bit because it's we're kind of seeing the same song and dance, which is why I'm okay with doing all this stuff in the back first. Because if you told me that we had the same draft from last game, I would like absolutely believe you, even though there's different champions. They're all like thematically the same. But I'm just gonna pop one, check, and then we get into here, and it should reload with all the assets. Alright, nice. Fantastic. My throat's kind of dying. Let's fucking go! All right, listen, Caesarius, you're my captain. You're the guy for me. I regret yelling. My throat kind of dies from that, but you know, Thresh being picked is always a good time. You know. I'm sorry, Zaya's your love. Zaya's gonna get hooked by the Thresh. I'm rooting for Rift Sharks, if only because I want to see Eriko have a good game on the Thresh. Listen, I am biased, and I don't care. I am biased, and I do not care. Eric is my love. Okay, let's talk about Jeff a little bit more while the game is doing its thing. So, round 1, first 3 bans are Karthus, Blitzcrank, and Jarvan, so they're giving Hidiri and Eric respect. I think these are good bans into those two in particular. I also think the Blitzcrank ban is always good if you're going to be playing a mobile ADC like Xayah. On the flippers, we have the same bands coming out from Rift Shark, so clearly that good old thing I called adaption was completely thrown out the window. Well, I care. I love Zaya because she's epic and I play her a lot. I didn't say that she's not epic, and I didn't say that, like, you should feel bad for playing her a lot. I'm just a Thresh boy. So, I have, my bias comes out again. I'm ripping apart my friends with my bias. Just like real life. Round 1, Nautilus. Very much the comfort pick of Mythic. I don't think I've ever seen this man not play Nautilus, and he's not played Thresh, which makes me sad. Michael and Hidiri first pick the Ziggs and the Maokai for Rift Sharks. Now, Ziggs could be going mid or ADC at this point, and the Maokai is going jungle because they've already kind of faced up shown that Hidiri loves playing the Maokai jungle. We go back to Spectres round 1. Mordekaiser picked up, Zaya picked up. Mordekaiser is in response to the Maokai. Definitely like one of the picks of all time. Going jungle though, which, is more in response to the champion pools of Avery and Gruder rather than the state of Mordekaiser jungle. I think it's neither here nor there. Mordekaiser is still strong in the jungle even after the whole entire jungle change. Zaya getting picked up here. Very good, solid ADC, scales well, Cerberus is comfortable on it, has the ulti to avoid getting bombed by Ziggs, and the response from Rift Sharks in seeing the Zaya is the Jinx, which Jinx last game was not the problem, so Jinx this game should not be the problem. Going into bans, we see the Kayle and the Briar bans, same bans as last time. They just don't want to see Briar getting played anywhere, and they don't want to see Michael on the Kayle. Unfortunately, they did ban the 2 champions with the most fragrant feet, so we're not going to be getting any sort of feet cheese today. And in response, Rift Sharks actually adapts their bans, banning the Jace instead of... I forgot what last time, if I'm being honest, but, it is Gruer's champion pool, man plays everything. And they also banned the Diana, probably not expecting that Mordekaiser is going jungle yet. Probably thinking that it is a blind top from Avery, which is the most Dean thing I've ever heard of. Then Eric decides to make me have a little bit of joy by playing Thresh, which, makes me happy to see that someone is picking up the Thresh champion. He's in a okay spot, but I think that people who have a lot of practice on the Thresh can make a lot happen with him in his current state. I just think that he could be a little stronger for the casual players, but I am not the casual player. In terms of Thresh, Cerberus Mythic pick up the Riven and the Vladimir for the team. I've not seen Gruer's Vladimir yet, but I'm assuming that he's going to make the enemy bleed. But, I trust Gruer to carry after the last game's performance, so he will most certainly carry after this game's performance. And then, you gave Avery Riven. I am a Thresh main. Yes, I have 800,000 mastery points on Thresh. Moving on to the next topic, I have 500,000 mastery points on Xerath. Moving on to the next topic, I have 400,000 mastery points on Senna. Moving on to the next topic, I've played too much League of Legends. Final pick for Rift Sharks is Garen. They've seen worlds, gods. Garen is one of the gods. And Michael can probably play Garen into Avery Riven because that's a counter pick matchup, but at the same time, it's Avery's Riven, so the match can go either way in my opinion. So 30 seconds before draft, I'm just gonna get some water. Where's the elevator music? You know what? We don't need elevator music. It's only 30 seconds. If I knew I was going to be doing the casting today, I would have had the asset prepped. I should just ask to cast the next games. Getting water. I'll be back before the game starts. One. that I have not actually
To Summoner's Rift.
changed any of the interface stuff. Or League.
30 seconds until minions
Alright.
spawn.
There we go, we're in game. A little choppy, but you know, I'm not paid by the hour here or anything like that, so. Close this. We'll see if that improves streaming quality any. No, nothing weird happening. You know, 5 point for 5 point. Apples for potatoes. This gives me a good chance to talk about the Mordekaiser matchup into the Maokai. It's incredibly oppressive for the Mordekaiser, but that's kind of like a shtick as Maokai. If you're ever playing as Maokai, you're like, okay, you know, like, alright. You know, like, you're just kind of like, yeah, sure, go for it, looking. But the Mordekaiser is going to be able to steal some stats from the Maokai later on in the game. Oh my lord, we're going to see a hook level 1, and nothing happens, except, you know, pretty good trade. Nautilus does beat the threshold level 1, but taking Flay is definitely the correct idea. Amy's gonna hit level 2 first here, and that's not good news for Garen. But Garen's just gonna look on her turret, will be completely fine. Cold water on my throat. Screw is going to have the quintessential Vladimir experience. He's going to suck his way to victory. You have not much else to say here, really. Another hook's going to land. Mythic's on a goddamn roll, dude, but, you know. It's, again, Warden engaged champion into Warden engaged champion. We're not going to expect to see a lot of fireworks even with all the hooks landing. Avery's Ignite is down, but at the same time, you know, Riven gets to do that to you on her turret, so I don't think Avery's too sad about that. Gets the ward just to make sure that Hidiri's not ganking. Of course, Hidiri, my man, the master of jungle pathing, as always, taking the enemy raptors as Avery takes another absolutely disgusting trade. Riven definitely needs to be buffed, guys. Buff Riven, buff Riven, buff Riven, buff Riven, buff Riven. Q, 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 buff Riven, buff Riven, buff Riven! And Hidiri is completely caught here, but Grapple Smash is absolutely fine. Sarva's going to get the root for the Blade Caller on Genoa. Thresh and Olaf has to flash. And Avery, I didn't even know you could EQ cancel like that, so I didn't even know you could EQW cancel like that, so tells you how much I know about that champion. Yeah, no, Avery's gonna be fine here. I think that, like, he's so comfortable with any matchup into Riven that he'll at least go even. I love water. Oh, you've been hearing me twice this whole time. Let me just fix that. This is the one. There you go. Now I know why Dean's encoder's overloaded. I'm using Dean's stream setup, and like he's got like 7 inputs, 8 audio inputs. Which is useful if you're doing multiple casts and you have a stronger PC, but I'm doing solo casts on a PC that was state-of-the-art 5 years ago, so yeah, no. We're going to see Spectres attempt a gank onto the Garen, and Garen's just gonna flash. And Garen's just gonna flash. Secondary Nimbus Cloud, by the way, makes Garen to be very funny, very fun champion to play against. Sticky as rice. And Brewer, you know, trading health. But when health is the only resource you have on the champion, you're more than happy to trade it because it's a lot simpler that way. Yep. Nothing's happened yet. We're 5 minutes 30 into a game. Nothing's happened yet. I think actually that usually, you know, you see a Jinx and a Ziggs and you think, oh, Avery's going to get first blood. Maybe he gets the auto, he gets second auto, but nope, he's just going to disengage. Wisely decides not to push the issue when he doesn't know if the Garen is going to completely turn it, and he's also eaten 2 tower shots. Usually when you see a Rift Sharks con, you know, Maokai is going to be really tanky, as we're going to see a gank that is invalidated by the ghost button. So this is the second gank now. This has been trivialized by pressing 1 summoner spell. Take ghost, guys. Ghost is worth it. Usually, you see Ziggs, you see Jinx, and you see Maokai. You're thinking, oh, my scaling's gonna be pretty good this game. You know, Thresh of Souls also scaling. But, then you look on the side of Spectres, and it's like Riven scales until like 30-40 minutes into the game. The Mordekaiser scales with health as much as your Maokai will, because that is the primary target for ults. And also can send Jinx to Brazil anytime that he wants as well. The Vladimir scales. This one requires no introduction. The Xayah scales. This one also does not require introduction. The Nautilus, you know, doesn't scale nearly as hard as the other champions mentioned, but, you know, still big, thick boy. Thick boy. So, I think scaling is actually on the side of Spectres. They want to play, like, a more laid-back game. Just because they don't want to... Like, if you go into 25 minutes and the game is completely even, you're winning as Spectres, so... Don't want to mess up the status quo, as Avery is going to immediately go in for a trade as soon as I say that. They're going to ping out Hidiri spotted on bot side, so expect to see Zarvis and Mythic do absolutely nothing. Hook lands onto Mythic, but yeah, hook lands onto a Nautilus is the same as saying, you caught a fish, the fish was a boot. You know, catching the boot is nice. You can fish something up, but still a boot. Oh, power shot eaten. Avery presses the R button. The monster is here. He's gonna press the funny R button. He's gonna send Garen to Brazil, dude. Wouldn't you look at it? Garen's digestive system wasn't strong enough for the food in Brazil. Garen couldn't keep up with the football fans. I know it's called soccer, you. Yeah, I call it soccer too, so there's really nothing there. But you know, yeah, Garen couldn't handle local culture in Brazil. Unfortunate. Guru's going to find a nasty little trade here. This is why you don't care about losing health in a Vladimir lane, because you're gonna get it back. Yeah, you're playing a banker, you know. Well, Blood isn't like ever lost or gained, it's just like a cycle. And Guru's going to get a little greedy here, but he still has pool, so I think he'll be fine. Yep, pool comes out. Oh, but you know, smite before Guru can get the Q2 off means that he's going to secure the kill. And yep, Ziggs comes in and secures the second kill onto the enemy jungler. And Nautilus is going to press funny R button, but Olaf does a pretty good job of zoning. So, overall, you know, you're recovering well. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it comes down from the Garen, but you know, Riven's eaten some pretty bitter fruit before, so I'm pretty used to it. Good play in the mid lane by Rift Sharks to get something proactive going there, but I think overall, Spectres are fine. You already got the early kill onto I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in the top side. Ugh. I'm definitely not drinking alcohol, smile. I'm not. I'm drinking water. It's just, you know, water with water. You know, as the Vladimir, you're 20 CS up into the Ziggs already, so you're not too sad about, you know, dying a couple of times here. You'll scale just fine into the mid to late game. Mordekaiser already took the jungle that he needed, so he's just gonna go back, clear, go back to the cycle. And I think Spectres will be fine, and Avery pulls the flash out of the Garen, gets to cancel on the Q, gets the autos off, finishes the Garen off with a nice little chop to the head. That's what we do with, no, Garen's just well. And Brewer attempts to stop the Rift Herald take, but unfortunately it's kind of hard to stop the Rift Sharks from getting a kill from Dean in the bot lane with the ulti. And Jewel finishes it off with a nice little Q auto combo. I was about to say, you don't stop the Rift Sharks from getting the Rift Herald, it's in the name. Also, Olaf, you coward, you didn't walk up and flay before you autoed. That is a thresh thing indeed for me to say. Also, I don't know about that chroma, it makes you look nice and pretty, but, you know, I like the grittier style, is all I'm gonna say. Mythic fat fingers to Q button, and nothing was lost on that day. The video's about as good as I'm getting it, honestly. My computer is definitely not meant for streaming. League of Legends, at least. Actually, hold on here. Let me just go here. Let's try. This will fix it a little bit. We're just trying things out. I'm just being a silly little boy. I'm just a silly little guy. You know? Maybe one day I'll put League of Legends on the SSD card so that League actually functions properly on my computer. Who knows? I just don't feel like putting League on the SSD because League's pretty big. Also, Gruer trades into the Ziggs with his health bar. Nothing of value was lost on that day. We're gonna see Olaf throw some pings down to the river, indicating that Rift Sharks should probably be going into the Drake taking the holding pattern. Olaf fat fingers the Q and is not going to get punished for it. And we're gonna see some vision set up in the river by Rift Sharks, but it's already competing with the vision from Spectres. Avery takes a little bit of a mistrade, but you know, he'll be fine. I'm sure. Oh, those picked up by Brewer, and a little bit of anti-synergy there. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Gump comes down to Avery, but yeah, he'll be fine. Top lane's great. The hook goes down on Various, and he is super dead. Probably wishes that he saved Brazil time, but instead he wasted Brazil time style, in my opinion. In my humble analytical opinion. Brewer is going to pick up the kill onto Fury, and another kill onto the Jinx. Also, a fantastic hook by Memphis, by the way, but the Brewer is once again doing it again. Also, did Avery die there? No, he didn't. Did Avery die? Oh, another hook lands, this time from Olaf. Nautilus will be dead, actually. Nautilus dies. So, you know, good hook. Results in a kill. Oh, he even gets one on the cannon. Fantastic. You know, I wonder what compelled the Dean to think that having me stream on my dinosaur over computer was a good idea. Regardless, I'm not gonna squander the gift or anything, but you know, I need some help to like get the encoder and everything set up. You know, I'm going to school and I'm not checking on all my streaming stuff right now. It's been a while. The last time I streamed it was Dead Cells, and that's not exactly the world's most intensive game to stream on a computer. You know, it's in moments like these we see a setup going on bot lane. The Herald's been dropped. The Herald's been popped. But plate's already gone, so all that gets is health down, which is nice. Mimic actually going to get caught by the thresh hook there, and Jinx's Mega Death Rocket's gonna hurt, but no. No body, no kill, you know, the movie rule. So, I think Mimic will be just fine. Guru is going to hit the funny button onto the Ziggs, that is a 4 for your health bar, and the enemy gains, like, health. Oh! Finally! Caesarius is gonna send me to Brazil! I hope you'll like food that doesn't mix well in your stomach. That's what I've been waiting for. I've really just been waiting for the Mordekaiser Ego ult onto the enemy ADC, because you just get to press a couple of funny buttons. And the ADC can't really do much inside of the Death Realm. His kiting's a lot harder inside of there. Avery is going to attempt to cancel the back. Back cancel. Guru eats a little bit of poke, but it is what it is. We see the emote game on Avery is fantastic. Scrim Blossom Ribbon is one of these skins that I find. He's going for a trade here. There's no reason for him to like be that way, right? No, apparently Avery's just going. This is the state of Avery. You know, Raven's Hydra, the first item. You're not looking for. You're not looking to all in. You're looking for like short bursty trades. Use the Ravenous Hydra, heal back up. Yeah, just like that. Now you can go back. Minions. Ping your Mordekaiser to come in for a gank. Your Mordekaiser misses the E, so you don't get the kill. But it's okay because now Garen is stuck under tower and is in a state I'd like to call submissive and diveable, except that Kadiri comes over with the ulti, and he's not going to sugarcoat it onto the ribbon, but he falls down first. Hidiri's Demonic Embrace and the power of minions and friendship combined with this gun I found on the floor from Jinx is enough to put down the ribbon, but, you know, if both top laners die, nothing of value was really lost that day. Mythic gets hooked by Eric, and he's actually, like, really caught out here, actually. But ult comes down onto the Jinx, second hook lands, Olaf is, you know, showing that he has some proficiency with the thresh hooks, and Sarvis is going to get ran down by the Jinx, so... Yeah, Rift Shark was a very good entry into the Rift Herald. Take the namesake. I think, honestly, if you're another team captain, you're another big brain for your team, and you're looking at this game, I think the real message is that you should just let Rift Sharks have Rift Heralds. Because, like, it's in the name, they're obviously really good at playing around it, you know. It's in the name. You know, give them Rift Heralds. And in the most Hidiri thing I've ever seen, Hidiri sees Kha'Zix on his monitor, kills it, and now... Yep, nope, Rift Sharks with another clean team fight. And you've baited the Jinx. If I am Rift Sharks, if I am Rift Sharks, if I'm Rift Sharks, I am gonna ask Thresh if he's We're looking for wards. Alright. Well, they're gonna establish some pretty solid Dragon control here. You know, showing that they still got some gravitas. Vladimir gets hit by the bomb, nothing of value was lost that day. Except something might be if Caesarius gets hooked here, the Jinx traps go down and the Garen gets caught. Garen gets caught again, the Garen goes into the Shadow Realm. Yuki got a duel, and now Caesarius has ran himself straight into the enemy. So you've lost your jungler, you've given Jinx a reset, and you've baited the Jinx straight into the ribbon. Jinx goes over the wall with the help of the lantern, and oh, damage. I think Ribbon's still dead here, but damage. And then Sarvis is going to decide to replicate some of the things that's happening there, but yep, nope. Rift Sharks with another clean team fight. Protect the Jinx. As always, it's gonna get harder as the game goes on, granted. But Caesarius definitely helping out there with his quote-unquote decisive use of the Shadow Realm to pull Garen into a 1v1 directly on their own, under the enemy turret. I feel as if he's getting a little bit overzealous, so he is going to find Joel. He's gonna smack him up a little bit. But, as always, nothing happens. We return to entropy. The theme of this series is entropy. Except this is entropy with a 4K gold lead. Avery returns. Farms up some minions. You're eating good, you know, if you're a Riven right now. Mythic's going to spot out the Garen Garen's going to spot out the Mythic. And Jungler is farming. So at this point, I'm just gonna... Well, how was everyone day today? You know, how's wife, how's kids? How's the overall state of... Oh! How's the overall state of OBS crashing, as it turns out? OBS for some reason really didn't like what just happened. I couldn't tell you what just happened though. Maybe my computer just made for this. No. Couldn't tell you. Either way, we're moving swiftly back to the state of the Baron, where we're going to see Rift Sharks taking the big purple. Sarvis is just farming bot side. Yep. Yep. I also, like, totally forgot. Time control's gone. Scoreboard up. After that pause, it, like, put it back down. It really put me for a tizzy. So, before quick blades, Foresight. Desire is as strong as she's going to get this game. The Jinx is, again, wasn't the problem last game. Is most certainly not the problem in this game. Oh, goes for it, but Avery's gonna find nothing. Avery's going to find a buff for it though. So hey, there's something. No, you get a bounty. Olaf is not gonna sugarcoat it. Oh. Zarius is going for a trade onto the enemy jungler inside the death row. But, yeah, he's gonna have to get out of there. I feel like there were better targets to use that ult. I think Zarius might be a little jumpy with that, as Olaf's gonna find another hook, and that's gonna start the Jinx move sets. Dean's gonna flash in for it, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it onto Avery. Brewer is actually almost going to kill the Jinx, but it's not enough. And Sarvis is going to get kited into oblivion. Caesarius is the last to fall, but no. He had a blast while he could. This looks like a Rift Sharks win. Very good performance by the Thresh. Hidiri had a much better time in the jungle, but you know, you're just a little Maokai. Yeah, I think I'm giving it to Olaf in terms of MVP. So game 1, it was Caesarius. Game 2, it is Shoaloff. Actually, game 1 Gruer, I think. I don't tend to give MVP votes to Boom Boom Damage, but I think for game 1, this once, it can be Gruer. Gruer Boom Boom Damage, but he did also carry the team on his back solo. We're getting a third draft link. When this one come out, I go to the draft button, and I put this into it. And then I go to the funny asset creator button. Got our roster tools. I'm starting to notice the trend with like the sides winning, you know? It not nearly as strong as the, you know, side selects for the LCK or the Worlds or LPL or LCS. LEC is like, the side is G2. But, yeah. Just gonna pop these assets in. Never mind, they broke. I cry a single tear. My encoder is overloaded again. Oh no! Actually, I might be able to. I'll fix it next time. Actually, it's serviceable right now. It's not like no one's here right now because they want to actually watch the game. That they're here to know what's going on. Check in on it every so often. You know, listen to me fucking die. My throat is actually like just straight up not having a good time. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? Mr. Dean Jones, am I allowed to say that my throat is just straight up not having a good time? Because I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. That it is what it is, you know? Local file, D's nuts. Select, delete. Asset creator, roster tool. Asset creator. Create assets. Oh, draft is starting. I didn't even notice. Alright. I'm expecting we're seeing the same bands, right? Yeah, there goes the there goes the Echo. There goes the Carfus. What's next? Are you gonna ban Syndra? Oh, you're banning Ziggs. We're banning the funny fisty boy. And they're banning the Lilia. So you know, bans are the same again. And I'm losing my marble. I only had one marble. Did you guys ever like play Bakugan like as a kid? I didn't, but like I had a couple Bakugans and I had like this like red one that turned into like this little bird thing. And like my favorite thing to do in the morning was like throw it at my brother. As like a nice little like, you know, welcome to existence. All right. So, we're gonna see Avery, a very Avery draft. Where after the bans, we're gonna see the Maokai picked up, the Misfortune Leona for the Sarver's Mythic bot lane. I like this. I think, you know, Nautilus got denied, but you also have resident Nautilus players, so putting him on comfort on the Leona, he'll know how to deal with the Nautilus just fine. That Jarvan though, it's gonna be an issue. I would have liked to see maybe an All-Star into it. J4 lost a lockdown, and Misfortune doesn't have a lot of ways of escaping the Jarvan ganks, but we'll see how much attention Hiduri pays to the bot side. Joel, Xerath. They gave Joel Xerath. They gave Joel Xerath. Okay, they gave Joel Xerath. Ah, puta. Xerath is a, some people don't like seeing Xerath. I actually do like seeing Xerath. I think he's a champion that takes more skill than what people would like to believe. You know, it's the same thing with Psycho Carrot. Yeah, the Carrot core take of Thresh takes no skill. Xerath takes skill. Yeah, it's hard to land skill shots in a game when everyone's dodging. It's just that, you know, playing Xerath becomes a lot easier with a Nautilus and a Jarvan on your team. Zeri considered here and picked up for the Rift Sharks, so Dean is actually going to take the Speedster with the Nautilus this time around. Gruer whips out the Swain, so he's about to do some sucking on Xerath. We'll see how much energy he can suck out of Xerath's cores. And then the final pick for Spectres. This is gonna have to be a blind top. Are we going to see the Riven? Are we going to see the Darius? We're going to see the Darius because Avery loves playing aggressive into Michael. We'll see what Michael has in response. Definitely not the Kale, but you know. What? No. Michael, I asked you to halt. Michael, Dean's asking you to halt here. Dean has said it himself that Mundo is not the best champion in the League of Legends currently, and into a Darius of all champions, you are not going to have a good time, sir. Well, I don't think I need to give my opinion of what this draft was, considering, like, you know, everything I just said, but I'll give it regardless. So, this is a big Spectres draft win here. Cerberus isn't Bean, but the Misfortune is still going to be clean. Mythic on the Leona into Eric's Nautilus. Mythic is the king of Nautilus, so I trust him. I trust him. I think he knows what he's doing. Also, Leona lockdown on Azeri will still kill the Azeri with the Misfortune ulti. Even through dashes, even through Jet Set Radio. I also see that Maokai picked up first time taken away from Hidiri. I think this is a little bit of a blunder. I think Zazarius' Maokai is actually pretty good. He knows jungle pathing really well, and he knows how to play around saplings and vision in the early game. I just think that you've unlocked the Hidiri, and unlocking Hidiri, it's a little coin flip. Hidiri is known for his solid jungle play, and I think the man has what it takes to carry a game on Jarvan. But you see, the true creme, like the cream of the crop, the part of the creme brulee everyone actually eats, which is like the stuff at the top, is definitely the Swain Darius. Swain into Xerath is a obnoxious matchup, but you know, we get the team fights, and as long as Swain isn't 3,000 gold down, you'll be getting ult off of the Nautilus. You'll be getting ult off the Jarvan. You'll be sucking that Mundo good. So there's no shortage of health for the Swain to get, especially like with the short range DC like Zeri to consider as well. So Swain is getting some of that good suck on this game. And you're playing Darius into Mundo, and my opinion on Darius into Mundo is that Darius will continue to be the strength of Noxus. the right hand of Noxus will continue to be the right hand of Noxus. There's a very Noxian teeing going on for the top side of Spectres, but my opinion is Noxus in the Mundo versus Darius matchup. We'll put it that way. My throat is dying. I need to get water. Draft is starting, so I'm just gonna do a very funny. No, I think there's a general understanding that, like,
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
as long as you're not misusing it or appropriating it as your own song, you're totally fine. They're 5-pointing, but they recede.
Minions have spawned.
You know, it's so sad that Caesarius died of Ligma. It auto-detects music and strikes you. Well, that's a shame, because this is the second time I've used Bakamatai on Gene's stream. Alright, let's get in the game. Left, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right. Nautilus with the funny auto. Cyrus trading back. Alright. I actually do expect to see something happen in this bot lane. Because Miss Fortune has a lot of early power that she can abuse into the Zeri. Yep. There's the E already. Starting to see something. Avery is demonstrating why I think the Darius matchup goes so well into the Mundo. Yeah, nope. Half health under turret. Hope you like that. I don't. I really don't. I got myself a granola bar. I'm gonna actually make myself some decent food later. I'm probably like gonna go out and like, I don't know, buy green onions or something. Chop those up. Make myself a little fried rice. We'll see. I don't actually know. I'll probably just be lazy and play Minecraft all day or something. Either way, I'll have to get some studying in, so... You know, fuck me anyway. Brewer is experiencing the Zeraf matchup, which is enjoyable. Avery's just gonna get a solo bullet, so I think. If he actually flashes for that all, I think he just like straight up killed. Yeah, he doesn't know. No, this is absolutely a atrocious spot for the Mundo. You can still use clear with the farm, but no, is what it is. Groove respecting the possibility of a gank, and it pays off big time. Eric's looking for it here, but I don't think he's gonna find it. Yep, not gonna find it. And Eric's still not gonna find it. In fact, I honestly think that Mythic should have walked into the hook. Initiated a trade on the turret. That's just me. Brewer's not gonna find the E, the hero minion again. Comes in with the save. He's gonna find a couple of autos. And Zeraf's gonna find another E though. Oh! Mythic. Not Mythic. I'm so used to the Nautilus being Mythic. Olaf finding a good roam opportunity here. He gets to flash out of Gur, but yeah, I don't think you're crying any tears as Gur here. Okay, maybe you're starting to cry as Gur. Maybe Caesarius needs to stop ganking mid lane. You know, this is like the second time. Caesarius, come on. Ping Maokai flash, ping Swain flash. Neither mid laner has taken a back. The Diri, like, is hovering, but like, I don't think you're ever catching the swing. Like, in the sense of the word catch, so. Yeah, you know. Yep, there you go. some clean CSing in mid lane. Jungle. Dragon's going to be taken first by Rift Sharks this game. This episode sponsored by water. There's only 3% fresh drinking water on this planet. 97% of it is like salt water or something like that, if I remember correctly. I think 1% of that fresh drinking water is ice. And Canada owns 1% of it, baby. So this episode is now sponsored by water on the authority of me. Zeri's a little bit behind in jungle here. Is actually gonna hurt Spectres' prospects for getting any sort of jungle objective in the short term, but I think long term they'll be fine. You know, Maokai's really good at securing objectives and has a lot of great zone control around river and such. That's the last one. I think I'm gonna clear for the next 5 minutes. Last chapter picked up by Brewer, so he's not going Riftmaker and he's not going Roa. I think if you're Brewer, you're probably going for the burn build, Leandri's into Demonic Embrace. Now standard. The E misses on Brewer, and Joel goes for ulti. Nothing else value was lost. Brewer actually popped the ult himself and has to disengage or risk dying. I'm going to dodge that. Direct to camera is kind of griefing me here. Brewer walks out, and yet again we see that mid matchup's actually going a lot better for Joel this time. I think pick up this Xerath was a good idea. There's a bit of a cringe champion, and I play that cringe, so I know. But here he's actually like going for the complete sweep of the early game objectives here. Or maybe Hidori is going to spot the enemy, the enemy top laner in jungle and ping support. I think you need to leave. Avery's a little strong right now. Yep, he gets out of there. Joel rotates over, but Spectres stealing away the Rift Herald, so we're already seeing a massive change up. Well, Rift Herald usually goes up to the Rift Sharks, so. And now that he's going over the Spectres, we're gonna expect to see some changes in this game. $400 gold difference between Spectres and Rift Sharks. How much of that is for strike gold? How do I do that? Hard thing. First strike. I'm not gonna see it there, but we're going to see that a mid lane trade come out here. And bot lane, actually, Darius is ganking. Ulti comes down and almost kills Olaf. Ignite's going to pick on to Dean, and Dean's gonna die too? Sarkers. Sounds about right. Yeah, that's how it went. Alright, good job, Sarkers. You've gotten your first goal begin. Gur is dead. Gur's. I didn't actually expect Gur to die. Oh, Avery's going to get the kill on to Commando. Sarkers is going for Olaf here. Olaf's actually going to go in and trade his life. It's actually pretty easy. He does. And Avery's going to get out. Help. Take a photo. Alright, well, Avery's going to clear out topside. This is definitely not the way I expected this game to go. I expected the mid to be a little less volatile. I expected all the funky monkey business to be going on in bot side. And granted, there's been a lot of funky monkey business going on bot side, but mid lane, I did not expect this. Joel is definitely making an argument for MVP right now. Solo Bolo onto Gur. through Death of 1,000 Cuts, just the way that Xerath likes. We're just gonna have to see how it goes, you know? Merc Tread's picked up by the Swain. I think that's a wise choice. I think you could have gone for the Leona ulti, huge and a well-deserved kill going on the Mythic from Dean. You know, you're Zeri, you should probably be using the E a little earlier. But then if you do that, you're predictable for the Leona ult anyways, so just really well played by Mythic there too. Pick off the enemy ADC right before Dragon, so you get to secure that for your own team. Ocean Drake picked up. I think the only person who is happy about this is Brewer. The health regen is going to be greatly appreciated in the Xerath lane. I need to close the door again. At least like partially. Cat's in the room, so cat close completely. Oh wait, no cat! Go on, screw cat. Little demon. Little piss demon baby anyway. Alright. Ooh, big cleave. Avery's farming. We are farmers. Hey Jonah. Spectres or Rift Sharks, based off of what you've seen. If you can see anything at all. Honestly, if my stream starts breaking, the internet's getting taxed right now. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about weird frames that are at the current moment. Oh, Avery's going to take away the passive from the Mundo again, and we're right back to where we started, which is why Darius is good into things.
Turret plate in the fall soon.
Well, alright, big trade coming down from Darius onto the Mundo. You know, Mundo usually isn't sad about taking big trades, but Darius can actually keep up. Oh, ulti comes down from Hoof Enjoyer. W comes down, does a stack over to Greer. That's worse. You're paying your passive stacks as Greer all the way to the Death Chamber. Oh, fuck. We're just gonna see, you know, the average trade in mauling, which is push and wave. Here, there, here. Sarvis is using Ghostblade to roam mid. Which, you know, you're mid, but you're also now sitting on a ward. Good ping comes out to make Joel awares of the situation. Looks like they're just rolling straight for the Rift Herald. I actually like this. But I also don't think you can take it, if that makes sense. Like, you gotta be real careful here if you're going for this play. That being said, you know, 3v5, I don't think the Sharks is gonna mess with this, so Shelly and Shirley are going to go over to Spectres this time around. Now, last time Shirley and Shelly went over to a team, they won. And Cerberus is going to get the flash out of Olaf. And actually, Olaf's probably just dead. Yeah, Olaf's just dead. And Hajiri's ult is going to trap him inside of the Misfortune ulti. Xerath is proving that it is a balanced champion.png, killing Darius from 2 Scream away. And Rift Herald is going to get 2 charges? Yep, Rift Herald gets 2 charges out. So, huge play by Spectres there, honestly. Mundo is, smacking that tower. You go, buddy. You get that tower. And said mean things about your mother. Joel is huge this game. If Rift Sharks win, it's off the back of Joel. Right? Like, I expect everyone to make a payment to Joel's chiropractor appointment. Olaf, scared of getting caught by, I'm actually not sure what if you're gonna hook in that direction. But, you know, does what he needs to do to establish vision and take the 3rd dragon in the game. Except, actually, Spectres is contesting here. The Guru Pop Yoshi, Hiduri gets completely caught. And inside the pit, he's probably thinking he's screwed out of it. So the Flame Drake doesn't come out, and Guru is running towards the enemy ADC. It's really finicky, but Mundo puts an end to that situation. The Sisyphus of League of Legends is going to try to kill the Zeri, but low as the Zeri is, he is lower. So, 2 for 3. Neither team can do the Dragon. Avery is getting huge in the top side, though. Maybe a kill down, but he is 20 CS up with the extra turret. And the Incision is not going to land. Dean's really low. And apparently Spectres actually got the Dragon at some point in that, which I didn't actually notice, so... No, that's just totally worked for Spectres. Sarvis, a little fancy footwork, gets the flash out of Joel. But shocking orb lands, and Sarvis ponders by orb. Blade comes down on the Krugs, which you really didn't have to do the low turn. You know, Hiduri, you do you. You do what you need to secure yourself that 64 gold. We're seeing Avery doing his favorite strategy in the game. Does the speech build into a Hold Breaker? Is Avery doing it again? Is he Hold Breakering? Avery might be Hold Breakering. He's definitely playing like he has Hold Breaker because Mythic gets caught here by the Nautilus. Nothing of value was lost that day. Volty comes down from Cerberus. Beelzebub. And yeah. I don't, the operative issue is, you've done all of this, and you're still getting poked by a fed Xerath, who has first strike, so now he's just gonna get more fed the more he hits you. Like, man probably doesn't even need to farm minions to be on track to, like, getting next item by the next 5 minutes. Hiduri plagues, and he ults, but, oh, the ulti! Oh, the Xerath ulti! Joel is massive! And now without the ADC that's fed, you can't defend this turret, Brewer. I am sorry, sir. Your turret played it with a big bunch of damage. Oh, you hit the enemies there. You can defend this turret as it turns out. Except, no you can't. That's rough. Yikes. Xerath is a little strong. Joel might be getting MVP. Then so you'd be like, if I could like give Dean the MVP because I know that he's the one that drafted the Xerath, I would. I think Xerath is a little bit disgusting right now, and people should be playing him more often. But yeah, no, really well played by Joel to be in position to ult with Hiduri there. Bit of a long shot. It honestly seems like Hiduri is doing a little bit of trolling for his team when he gets caught in the bot side jungle there, but no, it's all bait. And in return for his services, he does not get his wool stolen. If that is Cerberus, I think Cerberus gets into the level stolen by Grid. It is what it is, you're playing a Maokai, you know? Oh! See, we see pings coming onto the Xerath. I don't know why. You're just gonna back build towards the Rabdon's death cap, I'm assuming. I don't think I trust Joel enough to build the Horizon Focus. I think Horizon Focus would be better, but, you know, I just don't trust people to build correctly on Xerath. Oh, Avery's pretty deep in the enemy jungle. They're all rotating for him. The Nautilus is kind of caught here. Ult comes down, catches Nautilus. Two people are getting caught. Ult comes down from Joel, and Xerath damage does go crazy. Oh, Avery! Oh, Avery is massive! Avery is determined to win this game for his team. Flashes on the wall, full combos the Xerath into the death chamber. Zeri is all alone, cannot defend this turret. Good flash. Oh, dear lord. That was a little nutty. I think I just popped a chub. Also, really good Leonor. It's a bit of a team effort. If Spectres wins, it's a team effort. You know, if Spectres wins, it's like the friendship is magic ending, where like everyone gathers around the friend who has a gun, and the friend who has the gun carries them to victory, and they all help, and they all do very well, and it's all so wholesome. And if Rift Shark wins, Rift Sharks wins with the villain ending, where it's the one guy. And the one guy has like a missile launch rack on his shoulder, a flamethrower in his right hand, and I gotta take that one back. You know, the weapon of mass destruction on the left hand. He's really going for the one-man carry, and the one-man carry villain Xerath story. You know, like, it writes itself. It's almost like you're playing Armored Core, right? And then you're given the mission to scale the wall, and then you already think you're kind of a piece of crap for killing all the RLF members, and then you get a call from Handler Walter, and he's like, "Hey, buddy, I got a transmission for you." And it's the RLF calling, and they're like, "You know those people you're working with? Kill them for us. We'll give you more money than they're giving." That's the Xerath story. He's just here to kill. Ult comes out from Sarvis, and this is a huge MF but it already has been cancelled. But regardless, however, base stats of Misfortune kind of winning the fight, along with Swing getting an absolute massive great play from Zarius here to get the fight started, and also Mythic's follow-up on Leona Solar Flare, securing the fight for Spectres with the power of the, you know, gun. Not much else to say, gun is pretty fed for here. Like, Guru has well and truly recovered from the laning phase as well. Now, that's another one team fight. This time it's a full ace with no one dying. Oh, good job, Spectres. Good job, Spectre. 加油，加油。Hoya. Sorry. Yeah. I think the full lethality build coming out for the Misfortune is standard, and it is boring. Solar Flare comes down into Hidiri. Maokai ulti is the best. That's just a dead jungler. They have punched themselves a little if Joel can get a good ult off. Sarvis is going Omega Sphere. trying to solo the enemy top laner, and he doesn't really hope through her. Oh, Cerberus, Caesarius gets caught by the enemy bot lane, but Mythic's there to make sure everything's okay for Cerberus, and packs up Nautilus and Roll Steel bots. Also, flash out of
Red team's turret has been
Wait.
destroyed.
Wait! Ghost Cleanse! Dean's running Ghost and Cleanse! He's running it! Okay, that's a bit of a joke. It's Ghost and Cleanse is fine, I guess. It's just... How many times have you, like, played solo queue and seen someone go Ghost and Cleanse? I didn't realize he was playing without flash. That's how long he was doing it. Cerberus dodges 1, dodges 2, dodges 3. He'll be completely fine. Invest Hidiri invests the ulti, and I lie about Cerberus being fine, but I also lie about Hidiri being fine. Grr. You know, Leandri's build. What can I say? Swain Leandri's build is one. Oh, Avery is done. Well, he misses Apprehend. Has to use the flash and the ghost to get out of there. But turret is obtained, so I'd say heist successful. Back. What does he pick up on his back? Sterax and Force of Nature. Fantastic. If only his stream weren't so choppy. I'm actually gonna kill the bitrate a bit more, see if that fixes things a little, but I have a feeling it has to do with the fact that the client just opened itself. I don't know why. Let's kill the see if this helps any. There are like more people than usual on the end here that could be doing something. Spectres picking up the dragon. Sure. Yeah, I won't worry. Yeah. But how long has it been since it ended? Dean, no spoilers, but you're welcome to